Back to video 4. Now this video is a little bit special because in this video I'm going to be talking about a specific event that happened throughout my journey in which my portfolio dropped. Now this occurred in the month of March. Initially, while investing, I know I've invested in a bad time with the beginning of the US war between Iran, and that's shown as a slight decrease in all of my stocks eventually. It was somewhat slow and I didn't think much of it, hoping that eventually it would go up. However, near the end of March, my portfolio hit an all-time low of negative 15.26%. This is not good, as it shows that throughout my whole journey this semester of investing, I haven't made a single dollar. All the money that I've put in has just led to losses. What was happening is Google was dropping significantly. I invested when I was watching Google for a while, and I invested when it was at a high because I thought this would have good potential. However, this was not good because I bought it when it was up high, which then caused it to drop significantly, as shown in the large loss that I incurred. However, this occurred for many stocks too. It was a big broad market downturn, which I suspect was due to the war. This gave me some hope that it was not just a Google problem. However, as any normal human, watching my portfolio decrease this significantly was very hard to do, especially when I'm checking it every single day and watching it end up like this. My quick emotions were I started talking to everyone. I was asking people, how are your stocks doing? What has been happening? I was reading online, watching TikToks. However, a lot of things that I kept seeing were the benefits of other assets such as gold and oil specifically. And then furthermore, when I was talking with my friends about what my actions should be regarding this issue and this challenge I had, everyone said, you should just sell. You're incurring a lot of losses right now. Get out there, put your remaining money into oil and gold, which leads to my last point. Sell Google and put my money into oil and gold, which was going to increase in the next couple of days, and this is due to the effects that happened from the war on gold and oil. Because, for example, the oil routes were cut off, which causes oil to be more expensive, and thus if I put money into oil and bought some shares when it was low, the oil routes being cut off and the increase in the price of oil would cause my stocks to shoot up significantly. And this sounded very appealing, especially when my stocks, Google, were very low down. However, I then had a realization. I realized that I said from the start that I was not going to try and time the market. However, and selling now because I was scared was exactly that. Selling now because my stock wasn't performing good was exactly what I didn't want to do. All my friends were saying to sell everything. Google is down, the gold and oil are going to go up, take advantage of this and just sell all your Google right now. It's going to keep going down. And I had to remind myself of the real plan, which was to invest long term and to gain experience. I needed this chance for me to gain experience, and I thought about what happened if I ended up selling Google and buying gold and oil. Sure, maybe it would go up, but then I wouldn't get the experience of actually holding onto the stock and seeing what could happen in the long term. Because ultimately, I remembered I'm not a professional expert trader. I'm just a beginner investor who wants to gain more experience in the financial community and markets. This led to my decision to ultimately hold, and this is due to multiple reasons. The first one being this drop was market-wide. Although Google was dropping significantly, reaching really, really strong lows, this sort of downturn was present across the entire market. It was present it was also present in my investments in VOO, which tracks the S&P 500, and a decrease in that shows that the whole economy in the US is not really doing good right now. Additionally, If you sell at a loss, it locks that loss right there, and what that means is you can't gain any more. If you sell from there, that's essentially just giving up there and losing the possibility for it overnight to completely shoot up, and it cause you to just lose on all of that opportunity. Additionally, I had done a lot of research on Google, and that's one of the main reasons why I invested in Google. I read reports that said Google had strong plans in the future to invest in AI, and I knew this would be beneficial, especially in today's modern economy. And that led to me ultimately investing in Google. And the fourth largest reason is because Google's quarter one earning report was coming on April 29th. And this information was mentioned to me by a friend. And when I was sort of discussing to him, oh, I should sell my stocks, this is not doing good, he told me, don't sell your stocks, just wait until April 9 when the quarterly earning report's coming out. The company is Google, obviously is going to be good. And this is denotated as shown by the golden star, because this is what gave me the greatest hope. I hope that by April 29th, or on the days leading up to April 29th, Google would shoot back up and people would see how great of a company it really is, and everything would be good again. Now, stay tuned for my next video in which I show the effect of Google's quarterly earnings report on the market and specifically my stock. Thank you.